Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadin wa alihi tayyibin at-tahirin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilman. So, assalamu alaikum everyone. Today, inshallah, we are going to be looking at a verse from Surah Ibrahim, which is chapter 14, and the verse is 34. So, in Surah Ibrahim, after telling us how He has created the sun and the moon and the night and the day to be subservient to us, the human beings, Allah reminds us, and if you count Allah's favors, you will not be able to number them. So, why can we not enumerate His blessings? The more we reflect upon the creation of the universe and upon our creation, the more we recognize our inability to thank Him. And Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam in Sayf Sajadiya says, therefore the most thankful of your creatures is he who is conscious of his inability to thank you. And our amazing Lord is such that He recognizes our inability to thank Him as gratitude. So we need to be very conscious of all the blessings that surround us so that we know that we are unable to number them and that we are unable to thank Him properly. So why can we not count Allah's blessings? Scholars explain many reasons for this. Firstly, being that the blessings are everywhere. They're so all pervasive that many of them become like background noise to our lives. For example, we may often overlook the blessings that are common to everyone, His Rahmaniyat, as it is called. So we may overlook the sunshine that brightens our day, the rain that nourishes the earth, the perfect balance of nature that allows us to thrive. It is said that it is a Goldilocks universe, that everything is so perfectly created and positioned to sustain human life. These blessings are so constant that we even forget to acknowledge them, right? Second, the blessings are too numerous. Even if we tried with all the means at our disposal, we would not be able to count all the favors that Allah has given us. There are simply too many because every single thing that we see and do not see, every atom that it takes to create this awesome universe is a blessing from Him. Can we count the atoms in the universe, the drops of water in the ocean, the species of flowers on this planet, the stars in the night sky, the cells in the human body, the DNA in our hair follicles? I mean, the list can go on and on and on. And also, the scholars remind us that some blessings are hidden. Why are they hidden? Because we are not even aware of them. These may not become apparent to us until we have the knowledge or experience to recognize them. Take, for example, the intricate working of the human body or the natural world. When the Quran was revealed, the limit or the extent of knowledge was much more limited than it is now. And even now, science continues to uncover the perfect way in which the body has been created, the multiple layers of blessings that is encompassed within our physical being. And also some blessings are hidden because we simply fail to notice them, or we even lack the understanding to see them as blessings, right? Because our attention is not directed towards them, or because our vision is so limited that we do not consider a blessing to be such because we don't understand it. And Imam Hussain alayhi salam puts it beautifully in Dua Arafat. He says, O Allah, this is my praise for you, celebrating your glory, and my acknowledgement of your bounties, counting them, although I confess that I could never count them, for they are innumerable, abundant, continuous, and prior to a certain event. You have been conferring upon me these bounties since you created and originated me, from the beginning of my age, through my poverty, relieving me from harm, giving me means of ease, repelling misery from me, alleviating my agonies, granting me well-being in my body, and furnishing me with sound faith. If all creatures assist me to be able to count your bounties, including the past and the coming generations, neither I nor they would be able to do that. And these are the words we so need. Whenever I read the du'as from the Ahlul Bayt, I recognize that without their words to guide us, we wouldn't even know what to ask for. We wouldn't know how to praise Him. We wouldn't know how to thank Him, right? So that itself, to have this treasury of du'as amongst us is such a blessing. So, while we acknowledge that there is no way we can enumerate His blessings, we also need to recognize that gratitude for the things we do notice and recognize is one of the most essential spiritual and well-being practices. So, here are just some of the powerful effects of focusing on our blessings. First of all, when we acknowledge the blessings Allah has bestowed upon us, we acknowledge Him. Every act of gratitude is an act of love for the Creator. This strengthens our connection with Allah and nurtures a heart that recognizes His presence in every moment. Gratitude balances our perspective. In times of hardship, focusing on what is going right helps us keep a balanced perspective. It reminds us that even in the toughest times, there is good around us, whether it is our health, our relationships, the resources that Allah sends our way, or even the smallest moments of joy. This balance keeps hope alive and it helps us remain resilient. Of course, being, grateful makes us much more pleasant to be around. Gratitude just doesn't benefit us. It might, it helps us to be good company. It is easier to be around someone who sees the silver lining than someone who's constantly focused on what's going wrong. So gratitude fosters a positive, uplifting presence that brightens the lives of others. It also helps us build resilience. It strengthens us emotionally and helps us handle difficulties with grace. When we practice gratitude, we build a mental and emotional toolkit that makes us more capable of navigating life's challenges. It's, in moments when we are struggling to find hope, when we are intentional about looking for things that we still have to be grateful for, it can really build that resilience to cope with things that we may be grieving or that are missing from our lives. Lots and lots and lots of research out there about how gratitude leads to happiness by focusing on the positive aspects of life, allowing us to appreciate and enjoy what we do have rather than dwelling on what we lack. This shift in perspective fosters a sense of contentment and joy, enhancing our overall happiness by making us more aware of the blessings that we experience daily. Gratitude has been shown to rewire our brains. Neuroscience has shown that the brain can be rewired through the practice of gratitude. When we intentionally focus on what we're thankful for, we create new neural pathways that help us think more positively. In other words, when we are intentional about gratitude as a trait, we develop a state of gratitude which becomes our default state without having to work at it every single minute. So gratitude in this sense is not just a feel-good practice. It literally reshapes how we perceive the world and how we respond to it. Now, it's important to note that gratitude is most effective when practiced with depth and intention. It's not just about ritualistically listing blessings, but about delving deeply into them. In fact, it has been shown that focusing on the breadth or variety of blessings is less effective in our well-being than focusing on the depth of a single blessing. So, for example, rather than creating a long list of blessings on a daily basis, consider focusing on one blessing and reflecting on its multiple aspects. So, one of my favorite and simplest gratitude practice revolves around the morning cup of tea or coffee, which inshallah we shall be enjoying again very soon. So, for many of us, this is a ritual that we engage in every day, often without giving it much thought, to the countless factors that bring this cup to us. So here's how you can turn your morning tea into a teacup full of gratitude. So as you enjoy your first cup in the morning, pause for a minute and become mindful of the cup you're holding. Notice the comforting warmth that fills your hand. Smell the aroma that gently rises up towards your nose. Appreciate the quiet time before the day begins. Reflect on how many people and resources have contributed to bringing this cup to you. The farmers who planted the tea or coffee, the workers who harvested, processed, and brought it to market, the caretakers of the animals that produce the milk, the factory workers who made the cup, the transporters who brought it all together, the means to heat the water, and the time to have the tea. This is just a few aspects of our morning cup of tea. By starting your day in this way with deep awareness, you place yourself in a state of spiritual expansion, in a state of awe and gratitude for all the resources and people that Allah has put in your life who have made this possible. You recognize the coordination of Allah's plan in bringing this blessing into your life, just so you could have your morning caffeine. This deepened practice, where you focus on the various layers of a single blessing, allows you to experience a richer, more meaningful life and sense of gratitude. It helps to move beyond mindlessly listing blessings and encourages us to connect with them on a deeper and more profound level. So as I reflect on the countless blessings that surround us, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to you, dear listener. I am truly grateful for your time to listen and to engage with this content, and for all the warm messages of support and encouragement that I have received. Your presence is a blessing, dear soul friend, and I appreciate you being part of this journey with me. Because if you were not here, there would be no one to write for, to speak for. So may we continue to grow in gratitude together, inshallah. And in the end, let's just end with a line from Sayf-e Sajadiya Dua 37, giving thanks. All praise is due to Allah, for He taught and inspires us with gratitude to Him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.